guys, I'm gonna be explaining the course division questions for the math periodic. So for question 13, they're asking you what is the value of f of 12, and they already graphed the function f. So they already gave you a hint that you have to find the rule of f and then substitute 12 for x. So to find the rule of f, you should know that when you have a parabola, I think it's called, the equation looks like this. F of x is equal to a into x minus plus h squared minus plus k. First of all, to find h and k, you're gonna find the vertex. The vertex is this point. So write down the vertex. The vertex is 2, -3. So f of x is equal to a into x minus 2 squared plus 3. Then you're going to solve for a. How do you solve for a? You take any point on the parabola and you put it in the equation. The easiest points to take is the one that they gave you, which is 1 and -1. When you put it in the formula, f of x basically means y. So your y is going to be -1 and your x is going to be 1, and then you're going to solve for a. When you solve for a, you're going to find that a is 1. So f of x is equal to 1 when you put these points in the formula, you're gonna find that a is 2. So f of x is equal to 2x minus 2 squared minus 3. So this is your formula for the function that they already graphed. Now they want the value of f of 12. So in every x in this formula, you're gonna put 12 instead of it. So f of 12 is equal to 2 times 12 minus 2 squared minus 3. So f of 12 is equal to 2 times 100 minus 3. F of 12 is equal to 197. This is how you should solve it in written. Now 14, they're asking you which of the following are true. So since it's negative, it opens downwards, so this, and it has the highest point on the graph, and this. Then x equals to 1 is the axis of symmetry, because here, and you take the opposite, you don't take -1. If you take positive 1. If they gave you x plus 1, the axis of symmetry would be x equals to -1, so you always take the opposite sign. Question 30, they gave you the graph and they gave you your function. They tell you, use the graph to solve the equation f of x is equal to 3. So you're gonna, when they tell you to solve this equation, okay, this equation already, f of x is equal to 3, it's straight up, it means y is equal to 3. So y equals to 3 is here. This is what it looks like. This is your function, y equals to 3, or f of x equals to 3. The solutions, when they tell you to solve the equation, you're going to want to find the solutions. The solutions of this equation are the points of intersection of the two functions. Okay, the points of intersection, their abscissas, their x, like their points on the x line, are the solutions of the function. So the solutions are x equals to -1 and x equals to 1. So when they ask you solve the equation, whatever equation it is, graph the equation. When you want to solve it, they tell you to solve it, you're going to take the points where they intersect and you're going to look at the x-axis where they land. Now, they tell you to draw the tangent to the graph. Okay. They're telling you to draw the tangent to the graph this at the point 1 and 3. So you're just going to draw a tangent at this point 1 and 3. So when the x is 1, y is 3. So it's this point that we already drew. You're going to draw a tangent. You need to draw this as accurate as you can in the exam in order to I'm going to try to do it as accurate as I can, but I don't think I will be able to on the tablet. I recommend bringing a ruler to the exam as well. So it should be touching 1.5. Say it's touching it. Imagine it is. And it shouldn't be super close to 8, but I can't really get it that accurate, so it's fine. Now, you're going to consider the function g of x equals to 3 to the power of x. And they give you the table, you have to complete it. So for every x, you're going to put 0. So 3 to the power of 0 is 1. Now for every x, you're going to put 1. For 3 to the power of 1 is 3. Now, you want to draw y equals to g of x. G of x is what? 3 to the power of x. So you're going to draw these points on your graph. So, negative 1.5 is here, and then 0.2. So, this is, I think, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, negative 1. So this is 0.2. It's not really clear. But negative 1, 0.2 here. Then negative 1 and 1/3. Sorry guys, something happened, but the thing didn't save. So we're just gonna continue, it's fine. Now, okay. This one was 1 and this one was 3. Again, we were graphing, we were on II. They want you to graph g of x is equals to 3 to the power of x. So negative 1.5 is 0.2 and 0.2 is there. Negative 1 and 1.3, so that's negative 1 and 0.3. So a bit over the first line, so somewhere here. Then 0 and 1. Then 1 and 3. Then 1.5 and 5.2. So somewhere here. Now connect them. Sorry, it's negative 1.5 and positive 0.2. I got that wrong. Okay. Now connect them as try and do it as accurate as you can. That's why I recommend again bringing a ruler. So that it should be something like that. And label it. It's very important to label it. Y equals to 3 to the power of x. Now they want you to solve f of x is equal to g of x. So when are they equal? So this is at their point of intersection. When they're equal is at their points of intersection. Okay, remember that. So when do they intersect? They intersect at 1. Obviously look at the x-axis, don't look at the y-axis. And they intersect here, which is a bit before negative 1.5. So say it's negative 1.4. So when x is equal to negative 1.4 and when x is equal to 1. Now they want when f of x which is the one that they already graphed, is greater than g of x. So when is f of x, the black line, above the pink line? So greater than. From this point that we already drew, which is negative 1.4, all the way from here, all the way till here, till the point, till 1. So between these 2 points, between this point and this point, f of x, which is this line, is greater than g of x. So you're gonna say less than when x is greater than 1.4, greater than. Okay, for this one, they told you find the axis-intercepts, which means y-intercept and the x-intercept. So they want the intercepts, that's y-intercept and x-intercept, and they want the slope of the graph. So remember this, y equals to mx plus b. So the slope is m. It's the number before x. Here, the number before x is negative 2. So the slope is equal to negative 2. Now, your y-intercept is equal to, okay, and your y-intercept, your x is always 0. So substitute 0 in your x. So it's going to be negative 2 times 0 plus 3. So 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. So that's your y-intercept. Now your x-intercept is when your y is equal to 0. So replace your y with 0. So 0 equals to negative 2 times x plus 3. Negative 2x plus 3. You're going to move the 3 to the other side. So negative 2x is equal to negative 3. So x is equal to 1.5. That's your x-intercept. So you found your axis-intercepts, which are the y-intercept and the x-intercept, and you found your slope, which is the number before x. And they want the cubic function of f. So first of all, find the x-intercept. So x-intercept is equal to, so the y is 0 and the x-intercept. When y is 0, x is what? It's negative 3. Now, you're gonna check all of these and you're gonna wanna find where one of the domains are negative 3. So let's skip the first one. This one, it's gonna be x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to negative 3. So this is correct. X minus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 3. This is wrong. X minus 3 equals to 0. So x is equal to 3. This is wrong. Now this one, you're gonna get x plus 3 equal to 0. X is equal to negative 3. Okay, that's fine. But they want a cubic function. In a cubic function, you're not allowed to have the equation, it's not supposed to be cubed. It's supposed to be in this form. This is how it should look like, or like this. Okay, but it should not be cubed. It should only be, the x should only be squared. It should not be cubed. That's why this is wrong. It should be in these forms. From b to c to d. And then you check if at least one of the x's, you got negative 3, which is the x-intercept. Okay, these are SAT questions that also might come in written. What are required are 38 and 39, and you might not recognize them from your quizzes. But this is how to solve them for written. So for 38, usually in the quiz you'll just write 32, lowest possible value, you're gonna take y, which is 32. But in written, you can't just put 32, you have to do it like this. You're gonna say the lowest value of the function is 0 over 810 plus 32, which is, so this is the lowest value of the function. If you solve it, you're gonna get 32. So your answer is 32. That's how you should write it in written. Now 39, this is how you're gonna write it. They want the value of, so they want the y-intercept, basically. Yeah, they said they want the y-intercept. So you're gonna draw the original function, which is like the standard form of the equation, which is f of x is equal to a into x minus plus h squared minus plus k. Now you're gonna plot your vertex into, you're gonna put your vertex into the equation. So f of x is equal to a into x minus 1. You take the opposite of your x. So this is positive 1. In the equation it will be negative 1 plus 9. For the y it stays the same. The sign does not change. Now you're gonna want to find your a. You're gonna put 4 and 0 in x and y being f of x, because f of x is equal to y. So you're gonna put 4 for x and 0 for y, and you're gonna find a. Once you find a, for a you're gonna get negative 1. So your final equation is f of x equals to negative 1 x minus 1 plus 9. They want the y-intercept. Y-intercept means that the x will be 0. Also, they already gave it to you here that the x will be 0. So y is equal to negative 1, 0 minus 1. Sorry, I forgot to put the squared plus 9. So y equals to negative 1 times 1 plus 9. So y is equal to 8. So in written, you're gonna write absolute value of b is equal to 8. This is your final answer. Okay, this question I did the table and I did the graph. Again, it won't be that accurate, but also do not forget to label it. Okay, now you're gonna use the graph to solve f of x is equal to 0. So when y is 0, so here basically, so where is it touching? When are they intersecting? At this point and this point. So x equal to this point is, I think, negative 0.8, and x equals to 1. Now you have to draw a tangent, and they told you to estimate. Okay, first of all, split this into 2 parts. Draw the tangent when x is equal to 1. So when x is equal to 1, draw the tangent. Again, do this as like accurate as you can with a ruler. It would be better. So this is your tangent, let's say, and next part is estimating the gradient. Gradient, as I said, it's the slope. So take 2 points on the slope. The best and easiest points are the most accurate ones, which are 1 and 0 and 0 and 5. So now find the slope. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's say your y2 is 5, and then minus 0 over 0 minus 1 equals to negative 5. So you found your 2 things. You found the tangent and you found your slope. Now, by drawing a suitable straight line on the grid, solve the equation. you're gonna solve this equation. This equation is basically the same equation that they gave you, except it's plus 6. So break down the 6. Make it x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus 3 equals to 0. So x cubed minus 4x squared plus x plus, sorry, not plus x plus 3. It's plus 3 equals to, then take this 3 and this x to the other side. So it will be minus x minus 3. So you already have this, and you're gonna use, this equation. So you're gonna draw it. So take any random points. Again, this equation they said is equal to f of x. F of x means y, so y equals to negative x minus 3. Take any random x's to find the y. Okay, so I took these 3 points. I took 1, 0, and negative 1. Now just like connect them as close as you can to each other and continue it. And then the solution is gonna be where they intersect with the pink line. They only intersect at one point, which is x equals to negative 1. There's only one solution, which is x equal to negative 1. Here I already filled in the table and I drew the graph. The graph, you draw the points from the table, so that's already easy. The graph is not very accurate, but it's the best I can do for now. Here they're asking you to find the number of solutions to the equation. Okay, look carefully here. If they told you just find the number of solutions to the equation, only this, without this, then it would be here and it would be here, the points intersecting the x-axis. But they told you 2x cubed minus 3x squared equal to negative 1. Look here, they told you that y is equal to this equation. So this equation is equal to y, right? So it's basically y. Okay, so this equation is y. They're telling you, now name it y. Y is equal to negative 1. So that's basically y is equal to negative 1. So draw y is equal to negative 1. Okay, now the solutions for this, now you can start getting the solution. It's the point where they intersect here and here. It's 2 points. You're gonna go up on the x-axis and you have 2 solutions, x equal to negative 0.5 and x is equal to 1. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna go back to C. When we looked at this equation over here, they told you that y is equal to this equation. So take this to the other side so that you can isolate this, because this will be your y, because in an equation you need this standard, this format, y equals to mx plus b, right? So this is your y, 2x cubed minus 3x squared is your y. So y is equal to x minus 1. This is your equation. So you found part A. So let's say this is part A, it's finding the equation. Okay, now you're gonna draw the equation. This is your part B. So draw it. How do you draw it? You find the points first of all. So take any random points and put them in the equation. So let's say you take 0. When x is 0, y is equal to negative 1. So here. And when x is 0.5, y is equal to negative 0.5. So here. When x is 2, and just continue, find the points. So I'm just gonna draw them on quickly. You found y equals to x minus 1. You found the equation and you graphed it. That's it. Now, use the graph obtained to solve the equation. Now they're asking you to solve it. So, again, when they're asking you to solve it, you're just gonna do the points where they intersect, which is here, here, sorry, not there, here, here, and here. So that's x equal to negative 0.6, x equal to 0.5, and x equals to 1.6. Now, the tangent to the graph has a negative gradient. You need to know what a gradient is. Gradient is equal to the slope of the graph. So here they're basically asking you, they're basically telling you that this equation has a negative slope, gradient means slope, when x is equal to k. And they want the range of k as an inequality. So, when does this equation, which is the big line, not the straight one, the curved one, when does it have a negative slope? Negative slope means it's going downwards like this, towards the origin. When is it having a negative slope? From here till here. It's going down like this. They want, give the range of k. So, since I said from here till here, it's going downwards like that. It's going down. You're gonna take the range. So it's between 0 and it's between, over here is 1. So 1. Between 0 and 1, and that's your k.